guys, welcome back to another video. Video this week's not going to be super long. It's going to be chatty, but I'm going to show you guys what I got up to over the past week. I'll insert a few clips here in just a little bit. You won't see me on cam or on the video too much this time around because I'm getting over some kind of a head cold. It wasn't COVID, don't worry. I'm trying to get myself better for the market on Saturday. It's currently Thursday. I'm probably 90% better. Monday and Tuesday it was horrible. Anyway, you're not here for me to talk about my health issues, but I have recorded some clips earlier today. I just needed to record this intro for the video, and I'm going to show you guys the new stuff that I've made, the things that I'm taking, kind of like my little process. And if I can do a voiceover, I will, but as you can see, my voice is not the greatest, so you may see some captions down along the bottom of the screen for reading. I'm not sure what's going to happen yet, but that's all the talking I'm going to do for now. Let's get into the video, and I'll show you guys what I've been up to, what I've got made, and I finished the goat. I'll show you the goat as well.
Alright, so we are going to attempt to do a voiceover. It's the 24th and I'm editing this and I'm feeling much better, so I thought, hey, rather than risk a copyright strike or a copyright notification for adding music, let's do a voiceover. Here you'll see me, I spent most of last week sitting on the couch. You'll have to forgive the blankets on the couch, but Archer sheds quite a bit, so if we let him up to chill up there, we need to put something on the couch to prevent his hairs or fur from sticking in everything. But this is one of the items that I did finish, and I'll show it like in full later on in the video. But I just wanted to add in some background videos, I guess, showing you me working in real time to show you really how long it takes and how much work goes into preparing to go to a market, and you know, just the amount of time it takes to sew things together. Like as you saw in the previous clip there, like that's me sewing in real time, and some things take forever to sew. And you know, I'm still I've been at this for a year, but I'm still learning how to sew things together and the best way to, you know, maneuver things to get the best sewing techniques down and what have you. So I mean, it takes a really long time. And then I tag everything. So in this clip here, you'll see me cutting out my tags that I'm going to then use to tag all of my individual items. And I do this because instead of having people say, well, how much is this one? How much is that one? How much is this one? To have everything tagged, it's beneficial because they can just flip the tag over and see how much an item is. Because sometimes I'll have some items on my table that are the same product, but some are bigger, some are smaller, so I like to have each individual tag. And it also helps Jeremy, who's my husband as well, if he's taking money from people, then he doesn't have to ask me, well, how much is this item, or what have you. So it's very beneficial. And another reason why I like having the tags is because people have that attached to the item when they leave, and they know who they bought it from. I know they're going to cut it off when they get home, obviously, but at least then they have that. And I do have a second piece of paper attached that has a QR code to find me on Instagram. So every person that walks away with an item has that as well. And then on the back of the QR code, I do have my price tags. And then I also have on items that it's pertainable to, I have a sticker on there saying that it's not suitable for children under 3 because safety eyes do pose a risk. Now, I have had people come to my table and buy something for a child that's about 3 years old, and I have explained to them the safety risk for that, and so they were very well made aware. So as long as they are supervising this, the children that are receiving this, I would hope with you know, with some good parenting, they're paying attention. If not, then just maybe not buy stuff like this for children 3 and under. You know what I mean? Like, I did my due diligence. I did put the notice on there for the choking hazard, so I hope people do pay attention to that. And you can see me here getting the tags and everything ready for the octos that I crocheted. This one here kind of needs to be squished back in the shape after you put things in the bags and, you know, other things are laying on top of them and they get smooshed around. They kind of lose their shape. So at the markets, I do have to go and put things, like squish things back into shape sometimes. So it's kind of a normal thing. But As you can see, I put a lot of care and effort into all of my items, and I wanted people to see what I was doing so you'd have some kind of an idea of how much time it does take for me to get all of this stuff ready. And on the front tag there where it says my the Artistic Newfie, I also have my Etsy shop listed down there as well. And I tell people at markets, if they're, you know, local to me is like Central Newfoundland area, so if they're local, then they can definitely shoot me a message and we can deliver things to Gander and save people on like Etsy fees and shipping costs and all that stuff. So I do make people aware that that is an option as well. So yeah, so that last week before the market that I attended on Saturday, it was a lot of cutting out tags, hole punching, putting the tags on each individual item, and it was, you know, it's a lot of work. And Jeremy wasn't able to take any time off for this one. He did help me for the Cobb's Pond Market. He did take a day off work. He needed to take a little vacation day anyway, but he was available to help me prep for that one. But he won't be available to help me prep for the Glovertown Market either. So that one's, I'm trying to tag things as I go, so I don't have to spend the night before tagging things, and I can probably use that time to get a few more things done. But that is my little process there, and I don't know, maybe it's useful to someone, and maybe it's useful to someone as well to see how long it actually does take to get things done in real time and not those sped up clips that are on tape.
I'm just going to show you guys what I had made this week. This is the things that I ended up making. I have leggy frogs. I made 4 of these. Then we have this one. My computer is probably going to die real quick. This one, they're all the same color. People seem to, around here anyway, they seem to like the leggy frogs better. Why does this one seem longer? Because it is. Clearly I wasn't paying attention when I made this one, because this one is a lot longer than he should be. Anyway, I got 4 of those. We have a Timmy the T-Rex. So I made that one. I actually have a commission for one of these, and that one has to be done before the 2nd week of December. And we have a spider. Let me move Timmy out of the way. So I ended up doing this one. The spider kind of looks like he has a mustache because I made the pinchers there in black, but I think he turned out kind of cute. That's the bottom. This wool right here is really going to be the death of me. I hate putting it on, but I really like how the spiders look after they're finished. So we have this one as well. And I used 24mm eyes for this one. And that's the first time that I use eyes so big. It's right full of fuzzy stuff from the legs. But anyway, those are the only items that I made this week. I'll show you the goat in just a moment. But I'm going to tag these and get them put in the bin. I only tagged 6 of the mushrooms, and I tagged all of the octos that I made from last week that I'm going to take on Saturday. Today is Thursday, so hopefully we'll have some more that I can add to this video tomorrow. The spider does stand on its own. And you can bend the legs just slightly too in different positions. But I think it turned out quite cute. I'll show you guys the goat in just a second. I'm losing my voice, so I can't talk too much longer. But yeah, I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day tagging stuff. And I do have 2 more angry ducks to make, so I'm gonna do that today. But I'll show you the goat. Alright guys, here is the goat. I can't get any closer than this because I can't get them all in the frame, but he is, or she, I don't care, whatever you want to call it. It's 19, approximately, could be a little bit more, 19.5 inches tall from the bottom of the things down here, the tail up to the tip of the horns, and that's not even with the horns straightened out. And he is, or she is, sitting down. It is sitting down. So once you stand it upright, it's probably going to be a little bit taller. So it's quite huge. I can't pick it up and hold it in the video at the same time because it's too big for that. But I did get it finished yesterday. I'm happy that I got it finished, and I'm hopefully going to start another one maybe next week. I'm thinking about doing another one in this orangey color here with something else. But yeah, I don't really know what to do yet. But I just wanted to point out, this is the first thing I ever made crocheting, was this octopus, Octavia the octopus, I guess. And if you look very closely at the stitches, it's not the greatest, but I really wanted to prove to myself that I could do something like this. So I picked the hardest thing that I could find to make, and it happened to be this one. But there's a big difference between, and I've only been doing this for a year, just for those of you who don't know that, but it's a big difference compared to this and the first thing that I did with amigurumi or crochet or whatever. But I'm losing my voice again, and Archer is at my feet, so I'm gonna leave you with this, and let's get back into the rest of the clips that I have. So I had to go and change around the room here a little bit because the heater needed to be accessible for the winter. It's actually the first time in the 4 years that we've been living in my grandparents' house that I'm using this heater in the room. I usually have a space heater that has a timer that cuts in and cuts out, but we needed that elsewhere this year because Newfoundland sucks, and everything is getting too expensive, including paying for heat. So yeah, we have to use it in a different part of the house to help. Anyway, this is what the back wall looks like. This is where the desk was before, and this right here was just along this wall, but I have moved it. We're kind of working on something a little bit secret over here. You just saw the drawing, but I'll show it a bit later. But yeah, I just had to move these over here and then change up how some other things were laid out. There's the magical roll of toilet paper that shows up every time. But yeah, so I just had to uncover this heater, but it's okay because I've got this table put over here, and it gives me a little bit more space, and then I can also see the TV and everything, or the computer, if I'm, you know, working on something in this room and I need to have a little bit of entertainment as well. So I've got all of that over there, and it doesn't look too bad. I'm not fond of how this Monstera is sitting, but it is what it is. And I was thinking that if I really need another one of these stands for some wool, I can always maneuver this over here and go and buy another one, but it would have to be during the summer because you know, I need to have the heater free. So it's currently -10 here today. Even though it's nice and sunny outside, if it'll focus, it's still not early in the morning. It's 24 after 10, and things are still a tad bit frosty out. But yeah, so yeah, I did this yesterday, and yeah, we're gonna sit in here today, get some work done, and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. I got the stand outside of the room in order to get the full shot, but this is kind of what it looks like. There's not enough room. I need a new chair. This chair is awful. Anyway, let's get on with the day. Today I am getting up to getting some commissions finished, and I'm going to be working on a few other things for the upcoming market that's on December 2nd. The Stuff Your Stockings market that's going to be happening in Glovertown. So if you're local to central Newfoundland and you want to attend, pop over to the table, say hi. I'll be there from 10:30 until 3. It's at the school gymnasium in Glovertown if you're interested in popping by. We'll get to how the this weekend's market went in just a little bit. My goodness, I look so pale today. I'm feeling a lot better than I was when I recorded the last video, so that is a bonus. Whatever was going on seems to have passed, so that's great. It's nice and sunny outside today, so again, as usual, I'm probably not going to get a whole lot of peace from the dogs. I did not do a before and after of the market. I did do a before. Yeah, that's what I'll do. so the table will kind of look like it did throughout the entire market. I'll get to that in a bit. It wasn't great. And yeah, so let's get on with the rest of the day. Alright, so I managed to get the body done for the Timothy T-Rex. I did modify the stripes going around just slightly because they were kind of going more off-center and coming into like the center of the dinosaur here a little bit more than the pattern said it would. Maybe it's something that I did. I'm not 100% sure, but I do notice that there is a bit of an increase in the stitches there, so I don't know if maybe I made a mistake, but anyone that's buying it won't notice it. It's just me because I'm being really particular. I'll show you the new goat because I highly doubt that I'm going to get all this stuff done before the end of the video. That needs to go up on Friday, but I've been working on the tail. So that's the colors that I've chosen, and the other color is going to be like this chocolate brown. So the body is going to be all brown with the dark brown on the inside of the ears, and the spiral up the horns, which are also going to be white. So it's kind of, to me, it's kind of looking like a cookie, but it's not supposed to be a cookie. I put the eyelids on backwards this time to give a different look to the eyes, so it's more three-dimensional, I guess, if that's the word. Before it would lay flat on the eye, and I did add the under eyelid. You can see the difference here from one side to the other. So I'm working on that, and then I have another project over here to the side that I'm not going to show you guys yet because I'm still trying to work out the details, but I am trying to come up with my own pattern for something a little bit bigger than the duck that I did. So it's something that I'm working on, but that's what I have going at the moment that I want to share is the goat and the dinosaur. This is one of 3 commissions that I have to do, and hopefully I'll have the other commission started sometime next week, so it'll be in a different video. But I have market prep to do, so I'm going to sit down in a minute and kind of decide what I want to make to take to the market. I did find this like corn husk type thing that I think I might try to do. It's like corn and it's inside the husk part of it, like the bottom part of the corn, and you can pull it out. If I make it, I'll show you, but I'm gonna go and sit down and try to figure out a few more things that I want to take to the market next week, and hopefully get a start on that this afternoon. But I'm really liking the colors that we chose. I'm saying we because my husband helped me pick the colors for this. I haven't done a brown goat before, and I said, why not? You can get brown teddy bears, and goats in real life are brown too, so why not do something that just has a tad bit of color to make it pop. He's also going to have a blue beard. I'm going to put the beard underneath here, and I think that's going to make it stand out really nice. So I'll keep you updated on that. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm going to get back to my true crime show that I'm watching. I'm watching the Murder Tapes on Discovery Plus, and we're going to get back to working on some stuff. Alright, so it's finally the end of the video. It is the 24th of November. I have a week left to prepare for the next market, and I didn't get a whole lot done this week. I had to take one day to deal with this room because of the baseboard heater situation, and then I had another day that I had some anxiety issues over something, and if anyone deals with anxiety, they know that once they get into that spiral of, oh crap, things are about to happen, that anxiety eats away at you, and then the rest of the day you're just absolutely no good to anyone, including yourself. So I had one of those days. So there were 2 days this week that were kind of, nothing really happened. I did get a couple of things done, so I'm going to show you that. And then next week will be leading up to the last market of the year, and so next week's video will probably be just a tad bit later, so I can include that last market footage into the next video. But before I show you what I did make this week, I wanted to talk a little bit about the market from last week, and it wasn't that great. It was advertised. Like if you haven't watched the previous video, I was concerned about the people that were running it, that they weren't advertising it very well. And I did hear from one of the other vendors that were at the market that they also thought that leading up to the market, things could have been done a little bit better. Things could have been advertised earlier. Maybe more vendors would have showed up to the event. There were only 10 tables, and which meant there were multiple people there that had multiple tables each. So I think in total there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vendors in total with 10 tables. And throughout the day, I know how many people came in because my parents, they work at this location off and on, and my father was actually at the door because there was an admission to get in of like $2. So at the end of the day, they were able to count up the change and find out how many people did attend. And there was just over 100 people showed up, which was very disappointing because at the Eastport market that I went to and the market at Cobb's Pond, there were 400 plus people, I believe, attended those markets. So there were a lot more people attending. And I don't think that the market here in my town, there weren't a lot of younger people showing up. It was mostly, and I have nothing against older ladies shopping, but they're not who my product is targeted for. Now, I did make a couple of sales. I sold the big blue goat, which I was really surprised, and I sold a small seal that I had, and I think a leggy frog, and there might have been one other item that I don't recall exactly what it was. I think I sold a duck. 2 ducks. That's what I sold, the mallards. And that's all that I did sell for the entirety of the 4.5 hours that I was there. For the first hour, maybe-ish, there was like a steady stream of people coming in. Now, those steady stream of people would have been like 3 and 4 people at a time. And they would come in, mosey around, and do their thing and leave. And they were selling, like serving like soups and sandwiches and stuff. So a lot of older women, like elderly women, were coming out and just having like a luncheon type thing. So needless to say, if I do attend this market again next year, it needs to go quite differently. It needs to be advertised earlier in the year. There needs to be more emphasis put on getting younger people to come in. But yeah, it was like I made a little bit of money, but it wasn't really worth the time being there, in my opinion. Other people may think differently, but you know, it is what it is. It was a day out of the house and was in my town, and but other than that, Jeremy went with me. He was there until about 11:30. Then he actually came home and just dealt with the dogs and did stuff that I didn't have to do for when I get home and things like that. So yeah, I was home again by 3. People packed up early because after 12 o'clock there may have been 4 people that walked in. So I kind of finally gave up and just packed up and came home. Now, the market for next weekend, the Stuff Your Stockings market in Glovertown, they are requesting that people do not pack up before 3, but I don't think it's going to be a problem because there's going to be like 80 plus vendors over there. Like, it's a big market like it was at the Eastport and the Gander market that I went to. So there should be like a steady stream of people coming into that market where it's going to be like non-stop people passing by your table, and you're not going to have time to want to pick up early. So I've been at this one before, so I have high hopes. So I have 1 more week to prepare for that market, and then yeah, then it's just Geek Fest in May as of right now. But there's a helicopter going over the house. We live close to Gander, so there's like an air base in there and an airport, search and rescue and all that stuff, so it's probably one of those. But yeah, it's unusual for the helicopter to go over the house. Anyway, let's get into the things that I made this past week so we can get this video clued up, because I have to go and crochet, and I'm getting a lot of pains right here in my arm, so I think I'm irritating a tendon, so I have to be careful. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, I'm going to show you the ugliest thing that I've made. I'm saying it's ugly because I don't personally want to make another one, and but somebody may like it. I don't know, but I mean, it's like one of those things where it's a face that only a mother could love, kind of thing, but I tried making a chicken nugget. I mean, he is not the cutest thing going. I do have a tag on it. I'm gonna try to sell it. Maybe somebody might like it. I don't know. I don't personally enjoy this one, so I will not be making any more. But if I can get the right color of wool to be able to make the plush ones, like the big fluffy ones, then I'll probably have some for Gander Geek Fest when that happens in May, but I don't think I'll make any more like this. So the next thing that I made that was really cute, but I don't think I'd make another one unless I really needed something to do, is this little flower. Now this I found on Pinterest. I have no clue who to credit for this. There wasn't much information there, but it's a little flower, and he actually can come out of the petals here, so you can kind of like play dress up. I just got him shoved back in there. I'll fix him later. But he can stand too if you mend the, like, mold the legs for it to stand. But it's got this cute little face, and if you look at it from this angle, it's supposed to be like a flower. The petals are supposed to be quite different than this, but I couldn't figure out the pattern. Whoever had written the pattern didn't really leave good instructions, so I kind of just winged it, I guess, and I just did these. I mean, somebody might like it. I'm going to try to sell it because it was, you know, I was using materials, so even if I can just get the cost of materials back, so I might put this guy down for fairly cheap. We'll see. Like I said, it is fairly cute. I just wish the petals were a little bit different. So, but I probably won't make any more of those. So the next thing that I made, well, I have 2 more items left, and these are really, really cute. This is a pattern from Mary Makes, and you can find her on YouTube. I believe she's on Instagram as well. And it is a husk of corn. How cute is this guy? I really enjoyed making this one, and guess what? He can come out of the husk. So I thought this was really, really cute. I know it's a Christmas market that I'm going to, but I really don't like making seasonal items, and I kind of, it seems like the people in this area that are buying my stuff like the unique and weird items that I'm making. So I thought that I would make 2 of these. So I have this one here, and then I have this one. I don't know if I'll make any more, but they're really enjoyable to make. It's a very simple, easy pattern to follow. And I know I'm late to the corn trend because I think that was like last year or the year before, but these are so stinking cute. And I've also made stickers to go with these, but my patrons are going to get them, so they're not going to be like listed on my Etsy or anything. But what I'm going to do is whatever doesn't sell at the market on December 2nd, I'm actually going to put my remaining stuff up on my Etsy shop, the things that I know would be relatively cheaper to ship. And if anyone decides that they want to buy the corn or the what is the other one? The mushrooms that I have done, I have a sticker for those as well. I'm not going to show them on here because I haven't shown my patrons yet. So I'll probably add that into next week's video. But I have those, and if anyone decides they would like to purchase one, I'm going to give them the sticker that matches. It's going to be a waterproof sticker. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've got made for this week and last week, I guess. That's pretty sad. But I do have 1 week left before the market, and I need to get cracking on stuff. So with that being said, I'm going to call this video done. If you stayed until the end, put a emoji of, see if there's a corn husk or a vegetable of some sort. Let me know that you've made it to the end of the video. I know some of you guys have been doing that, so I really appreciate it. And the longer you guys are sticking on my video, it means that it's going to push it to other people to watch on YouTube. Is going to push it to other people to watch as well. So I really appreciate it. And if you're at the end of the video and you're new here, I just wanted to say thank you. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm constantly talking with my hands because I don't know what to do with them. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll give you an update in next week's video on what happened at the December 2nd market, and hopefully it goes well. All right, guys, if you're watching this before Thanksgiving weekend in the States, happy Thanksgiving, and to everyone else, I hope you have a great weekend. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.